Fellow Nigerians, the success in the fight for a new Nigeria, the success in the fight for a better Nigeria will not come that easy. When we are focused, we are united, we mind the same thing, we speak the same language, I tell you, a new Nigeria is possible. Take a look at this.
The struggle is going to continue. It's not going to come easily. We have seen that through all the processes, pre-election, election, and now we are at the post-election. And our demands are very clear. We understand exactly the spirit of our founding fathers, like we continue to reiterate. They were young people, like today, very young people. Ahmadu Bello was only, 36 or 38, just like Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Nnamdi Azikiwe was just about 39 or 40. When they took over Nigeria and gave it to us from the hands of ruthless colonial leaders who treated us as slaves, as comes in our own country. These people were total strangers. They are not like me and you who experienced the military rule, who experienced the worst of politicians in this country, where we have ants and termites, snakes, swallowing the whole money that is supposed to be for the buildings of universities and schools. So when we see them, those big stomachs, they contain an entire university, generations of people, estates that are supposed to be for people. That's what they carry.
This is really so touching. Honestly, this is so touching. We have a country where our politicians think they own Nigeria. They can go to any length to get into power. And when they get into power, they don't have any dream of leaving the political space. During this election, the youths came out to use their votes to change the narrative, but Inec dashed the hope of the Nigerian people. Today, you can see these are brothers and sisters. They've been in the front line protesting for the cancellation of this election. They have the right to express their feelings. We all know how this election went. We all know what happened during this election. And I tell you, some politicians were expecting that Nigerians would just accept the results and move on. But do you know what? The opposite has happened. Nigerians are still demanding for the cancellation of this election. So guys, let me allow you watch this video. Just take a look at what their demands are. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you.
They will never be able to keep us down. Yes. They will never be able to break our spirit. Yes. The struggle is going to continue. It's not going to come easily. We have seen that through all the processes, pre-election, election, and now we are at the post-election. And our demands are very clear. We understand exactly the spirit of our founding fathers, like we continue to reiterate. They were young people, like today, very young people. Ahmadu Bello was only, 36 or 38, just like Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Nnamdi Azikiwe was just about 39 or 40. When they took over Nigeria and gave it to us from the hands of ruthless colonial leaders who treated us as slaves, as comes in our own country. These people were total strangers. They are not like me and you who experienced the military rule, who experienced the worst of politicians in this country, where we have ants and termites, snakes, swallowing the whole money that is supposed to be for the buildings of universities and schools. So when we see them, those big stomachs, they contain an entire university, generations of people, estates that are supposed to be for people. That's what they carry. That's why they rig elections. That's why they kill for it. And that's why they do all the kinds of things they do. They represent Mahmoud, 170 million US dollars to sell Nigeria. That will not happen. Yes. We reject every spirit of anarchy in this country. Yes. And so today we are protesting day 19. And we speak against everything that has brought us down. Like our founding fathers, we will stand together Muslims, Christians, Nupe, Igbo, Igala, Yoruba, all kinds of languages, because Nigeria is not Wazobia.
Exactly.
If our founding fathers can come together regardless of their tribes and tongues, we will do even much more, because we are more intertwined, we are more united. We come from a bond of a spirit that connects our green, white, green.
Yes.
And nothing is going to stop us, nothing is going to break us. And so today we reiterate our demands again that Professor Yakub Mahmood must be sacked, prosecuted, and jailed in Nigeria.
Yes.
We demand that the 2023 general selection, that it must be cancelled, because it is not an election.
Yes. Selection.
We saw what happened in Lagos, brazen daylight. We saw how people were knifed and pushed away and dragged out of polling booths. We saw how all the nonsense that happened with the agents and some of the police people and coppers. We know about the people that were burnt in Kano, people that were shot in Rivers State, people that were de-enfranchised in different locations. It is not an election, and that is why we will continue to report to the UN, to the American embassy, to the international community, because Nigerians have rejected the 2023 general election. And we know that come May, because we are demanding that the justice system, they should do what is right, given the fact that our laws have been broken. Professor Mahmood Yakubu made it very clear to Nigerians, and we have it on record, both at home and in Chatham House. He promised that we should put our trust in him and in the institution, that our votes will be more than counted, but that the electoral results are going to come through the processes from the Beavers to the IREP, and that was going to be announced. Did that happen?
No.
So we are standing on the legality of the Constitution and the Electoral Act of 2022 that are signed in by the President of Nigeria. That's what we are standing on. And we are saying that come May 29, Buhari will hand over to the Senate President, who by 3rd of June will hand over to the Chief Justice, that will set up a committee in place that will allow for a new Inec chairman, so that Nigeria can have a free and fair and credible election. Right. Is that too much to demand for?
No.
These were the things that our founding fathers demanded for. And it's on that premise we are standing. And today we're going to have comrades speak, and we'll end up with children who have been freed from the clutches. We cannot be gagged as long as we stay within the ambit of the law. This is Nigeria. The day that we cannot walk freely, the day that we cannot protest, like what has happened with the election, that is the day we die. And that is why we will never allow this struggle to end. Freedom cometh by struggle. Freedom come by struggle, 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 by struggle. Freedom come. By tomorrow, we're going to have a prayer protest. And by Monday, we're going to have our international conference. But I would like comrades to take up and speak to the issues even as we continue our protest here today.
I told somebody, I said, although many of us were not born during the Civil War, but history has taught us what you see happening in Lagos, because some people are desperate to win election, are the things that were happening in northern Nigeria just before the Civil War. Animosity meted against the people for their tribe and their religion. So we ask, where are those criminals that are behind the ethnic war in Lagos? Because when you set a market on fire, you're talking about billions Not the kinds of billions that were built over 2 years of stealing public funds. Because there is a businessman that has been crippled, and he will tell you right from the age of 16, he has been pursuing that to his 50s and his 60s. And somebody woke up because they want to impose somebody. It came to pass. So, where are the criminals behind that? Where is the word treason? Who should the DSS come after? Is it the man who sits down and creates chaos? Because I wonder how a town like MC Olomo would create that chaos in Lagos and would flaunt his pictures in a first class to the US or wherever his family is or his children. You know, and a man who is simply asking, or a woman who is simply asking, where are my votes? Where is the candidate we voted? Where is the promise you made that you are not keeping? And those are the categories of people you are calling for a clampdown on. As if the DSS has become security at the gate. If you just disagree with somebody, they will tell you DSS. You just disagree with somebody, they go. So the institutions are even losing the relevance we know they used to have. I think we have gotten to a point where we should stop asking them. For instance, I equally do not believe in the integrity of the judiciary anymore. So it is Nigeria that is looking, the soul of Nigeria is looking up to sons and daughters of Nigeria to rise and save it. So that time has come and has gone when we will say, do this for us, do this for us. Why? Because we have actually put our trust 100% and we committed it to a man who swore under oath but demonstrated he doesn't even fear the God to whom he swore. He doesn't respect the people he made the promise to, nor does he even value what is called patriotism. There has never been in history this kind of thing happening, that in broad daylight you disenfranchise people and you rob them of their right to make a choice. And I keep wondering, how do you feel when you look at this woman? How do you feel when you look at the woman in Nasarawa? And how do you feel sitting as a police commissioner saying it is illegal to protest for the sake of peace? But then how comfortable are you with a man, a rogue, who will take over 300 billion? I've said it, with 300 billion, you can rent a network company for 2 weeks and do what you want to do with it and tell them don't serve any other person, whether his spouse or brother, just serve my purpose. 300 billion is not child's play. But then here we are. And that's the reason why I want to use this opportunity to call on Nigerians. I've seen so many people saying, our eyes are on the judiciary, our eyes are on the judiciary. No, it is the eyes of the judiciary that is looking up to people to become fearless.
Yes.
And take destiny into their
Yes.
hands. So, people are sitting on our heads. All we need to do is to stand. We can't do it on social media. We can't do it with just our money or just saying, I support you. We will have to be active.
Yes.
We have to come out. Somebody will have to look at the streets and say, no, I have to do this thing right because these people are out. But until then, they will take us for granted. Let me briefly summarize. These crooks have broken this war into different phases, into smaller battles, and they have been winning from one stage to the next. From attempting to intimidate people, to attempting to buy votes with money, to when Inec was completely responsible for the rigging, where we were told the beavers, the machine, the transmission of results online, to hell with it. And we did nothing. We just sat down at home, hoping for the right thing to be done. And the next phase was, don't do anything, wait for the gubernatorial election. So we have been made docile, we have been made weak, and we will have to demonstrate that we are not weak. I've said it again and I'll round up on this point, that if we miss it this time around, it will mean that in history, we will look around and they will say it was at your own time. The very way you made mention of the Sardaunas, the people that fought for Nigeria's independence, they had a choice too. They could have waited for the colonial masters to say, today we hand it over to you. But they said, no, we want to take it. And they did. And today we make reference to them. So let us not be that generation that another generation will make reference to the fact that there was a time that came you were supposed to stand and you decided to fold your hands and wait and see what the state offers. Nigeria needs to be safe and we must rise to the new battle. I think that's basically it.
I also want to go in that same line, because we are Nigerians. I keep wondering the situation in Nigeria that only when there is an election that the issue of religion, issue of tribe, issue of ethnicity comes into play. We are Nigerians and we need Nigeria unity to survive. We cannot survive in anarchy, we cannot survive in war. We're just asking for simple question. Why did you say you will conduct this election in this manner? Over 250 million Nigerians, you came out and you told them that this is how the election is going to run. It's even in the Electoral Act. And on the day of the election, you did not conduct the election in that manner. And people are saying, why are you declaring a candidate when you did not conduct this election in this manner? It's a simple question. Don't come out to say, no, enough of this. We will continue to live in shambles. Other African countries and other nations of the world will not take us serious. So we need to put our house in order, put everything concerning Nigeria, respect our constitution, live and conduct ourselves according to our laws, so that even the people of the other part of the country can take us serious.
Do you know that in Singapore, it's only Nigerians that use visa to enter Singapore? No other African country does that. They go straight at the airport. Why? Because of the bad news. They don't believe we are good. And when this president came and said he wanted to come and fight the corruption, I was so happy. In fact, if he allowed me to die, I might die for him according to people. Because I say, if not him, I don't care whether it's a Muslim or a Christian, what we have is for him to put it right. Because the way we see things going is not good. But to my surprise, that we have stayed 19 days. The president is not okay. And he said they all kept mute. We came to start protesting because nobody is listening to us. We went to Unity Fountain where everybody has right. We are the first set of people there. What they did is to plan their thoughts, to come with machete and stick to come and fight, so that they will say we are killing or we are disobedient people. I don't know how they did it. Now they occupy that place, eating suya, killing cow every day. And we are not eating anything.
Unrelenting Nigerian people,
Yes.
Today is our day, our 19th day of protest. It's not a dry spray. I am deeply hurt. As I speak, I am yet to come to terms with what I witnessed yesterday. My regret was my phone was down. Honestly, I would have videoed that by today. I don't know, maybe I should have gone to President Buhari myself. Okay. Sincerely, to go and present that video to him. And ask me, what is that I saw? 2 children, I guess not more than 10, 12. Not more than 10, 12. I don't know what they were talking about. But the other one said, I stopped and I asked myself, how old are you? He looked at me. How old are you, Bobo? I know you. He said, I'm going to 12 years. And what did this boy do that attracted my attention? The boy said to the other, he said, that lying now is the order of the day. The way he grew up, he would lie and lie. That one said, don't do that. He said, no, I will lie. That Mahmoud. It was so funny.
Wow.
That Mahmoud lied. And President Buhari did not do anything. My head got swollen. Like it's no joke. That he would lie so that he would make plenty money. For our children, they listen, they have ears. They read.
Distractions.
They watch videos that we post online. I didn't know what to do with myself yesterday. I called him and said, Momo, is not good to lie. Life does not finish with the Buhari and the Mahmoud. Please don't lie when you grow up. I wish you have a phone. I would have taken your number and you will be my friend. But we need to understand something. If we do not take the bull by the horn now, if we do not stand on our feet and say, no, enough is enough of deceit, of lies, of aiding and abetting, of what is it called, taking what does not belong to you by force. If you don't end them now, there may be no place to call Nigeria tomorrow.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights.
But in a country, in Nigeria, where our children are exposed, and these children are supposed to be the leaders of tomorrow. Yeah. But in a situation where they are exposed to everything bad, what do we expect when they get to that age where they will take roles in the community, in the country? Now, my little child at home, she was just 6 years, when I was preparing to travel to go and vote. She asked me if she can vote. I told her no, she's underage, she can't vote. She now said, okay, God lives in children. So she is giving me the spirit, her spirit of God is in her to go with me so that I will vote and my vote will count. I took that, hearing those words from her, I was fulfilled, I was filled with joy. That if such words are coming from a little child who has because she follows me to watch the news. She watches what is going on. She is aware of what is happening in Nigeria. When I got home, I casted my vote and my polling units we were not much, so we finished quite early. So I was called to have a chat on Speed FM recording. I was there expressing how everything went well. While I was talking, Nigerians were being shot in Lagos. Were being killed in Kano, in rivers and all that. And I promised my child at home that my vote was gonna count. Because I based that promise on the promise which President Muhammadu Buhari and Professor Yakubu Mahmoud promised us that our votes were going to count. So now every day I come out for protest and I go home, she asks me, has our mandate been retrieved? I don't have answers to give her because nobody has spoken to us. No action has been taken yet. The children are home, they are waiting because they have hope in what we are doing. So if you are sitting back at home and feeling that yes, it's just a group of people that are on the street, are in a room
fighting this poor. This poor is for all Nigerians. You can't sit at home and expect the problems of Nigeria will be sorted out in the home. All of us need to come out and fight this fight together. So, let the protection of our children be guarded. Let's guard our children. Let the country give us hope that our children have in us. Thank you.
Today is another day we have gathered together again. Day 19. To call upon the teeming Nigeria who want freedom from this wilderness, who want to be free as a captive, to arise, to wake up to the realization of where they have been subjected to, and their spirit be quickened to deactivate what they are forced to believe about themselves. We are free people in this country. We got our independence in 1960. There is no white man in this country again that is colonizing us. We must not allow evil men take advantage of our seeming weakness, not to be able to defend our right. Our right has been hijacked. The next thing now that we have realized is that we must fight for our right.
That's right. Everywhere, reporting live. In some polling units, there was no election. There were over 5,000 people in one section. You have about 7 polling units there. They didn't vote at all. So it's so heartbreaking seeing all these things happening in 2023, where you have all equipment necessary for complete election in every part of the world. So we are still talking about what happened in pre-independence. We are still discussing it. It's so embarrassing that I walked up to this generation and we are still having the same conversation. The same thing that affected my fathers, we are still here. So I'm very passionate about the whole team, and I've been advocating for a protest. From that day, I saw what happened during the process of the collation of results and everything. I've been shouting and shouting, we are independent from the Labour Party, obedient or whatever. So there is need for the Nigerian people to register their displeasure. I started saying this, that from that day, that within that 1 week of the result was announced, there is need for Nigerians to come out, make a statement. I was saying, people were saying, people be saying we shouldn't protest. People be saying that I was reporting every form of protest across every part of Nigeria. Then, before I think you guys haven't started protesting by then. So there were protests in Port Harcourt. What happened in Port Harcourt was so sad, heartbreaking. I cried watching those videos where police officers were snatching ballot boxes. What are you saying? Like my brother said, okay, they said we should calm down and let's complete the governorship election. But what happened? People saw that, okay, we came out to vote during the presidential election and our vote didn't count. What happened in the governorship? They stayed at home. If you look at the governorship results in Rivers State, they didn't come out. These guys have succeeded in dampening their morale. So why? We didn't stand for our rights, so no need. So there is need for this pressure. So I love what you guys are doing. I have been in touch with my brother here, Dr. Mo. I commend you all for standing up, protesting every day in Abuja.
We want to live by example. We want a country that people will admire us. We will live by example to show them this is how Nigeria is supposed to be. We are like this. We want you people to go like this. It should not be a country when they kill somebody, it's like they kill a chicken. It should not be a country people will enter a village and clear the whole village and nothing will be said. Up to today, the villages that have been wiped out, the government have not opened their mouth to say anything to compensate them, to even come to say how does this thing happen. Rather, they will come and pick the chiefs in the village. They will come after the youth that come out to say, we no go green. This is not the Nigeria we want. We want a Nigeria that will be peaceful. We want a Nigeria where our children will go to school and come back to their parents. We want a Nigeria where you enter hospital, you have your medical attention okay. We want a Nigeria that when I see my sister on the way, I know, yes, she is my sister. We chat, a Muslim, a Christian, herbalist, we work together. That is what we want in Nigeria.
We have been in this cycle for too long. And if we don't take our country back now, I don't know when we're going to get it back. Now, Nigeria is a place whereby there's no justice for the common man. A lot of all these, I would call them rulers and not leaders, take things, take laws into their hands, just do anything they like, without anyone telling them anything. If you go to prisons and all those police stations, most of the people that are locked up are innocent people. Most of them, if you talk to them and interview them, most of them are innocent people. We are just living in a jungle whereby anything goes. They have so much divided us with religion, with tribe and ethnicity, that we don't even know our right from wrong anymore in this country. And a lot of people do not understand. So many people don't have the passion that some of us have driving this cause. They just sit back at home waiting for people to call them out and rent them out to come and protest. Because they have so much weaponized poverty that people are looking for. Even 100 naira means a lot to a lot of people. You will have problem, you go to court or you go somewhere, they will ask you questions. I've been there. I've been in a situation where I had a problem. I had to go to the National Assembly, and all the women representing the 36 states were in that press conference. And the only question they could ask me, who do you have in power? In a case whereby they should rise up as women and stand by a fellow woman that has something to do with little children at that time. This is about 17 years ago. You can imagine, 17 years ago, and it's still happening. It hasn't changed. So when are we going to get it right? People should come and let Nigerians have this pain in their hearts to get this country back. We should come out and grab it, if I will use that word that was used by the president-select. The power is not served on a carte, that you have to grab it, snatch it, and run away with it. Let's grab our country back.
Another challenge, another challenge, another challenge, another challenge, another challenge, double challenge. Say another challenge, another double challenge.
Comrades! 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 Are you afraid?
No!
Are you tired?
No!
Are you weak?
No!
Today is the what?
19!
I said today is the what?
19!
We heard that they were going to come and arrest us. We heard that the talks were unleashed on us.
Yes.
We saw them, we felt them, we taught them.
Yes.
Are we still here or not?
Yeah.
Going over. All of the comrades you have all spoken, and this is great challenge to us. Julie has talked about the challenge of our founding fathers.
Yeah.
You have spoken about the challenge of the youth, challenge of mothers, challenge of the governance and government structure. We will go out again. Are we going to go out or not?
Yes.
I'm giving up.
Are you afraid?
No.
We will come out in our numbers.
Yes.
We have challenged those who are at home, those who have been coward, those who have been told all kinds of things. Because the technology of fear is what these people use.
Yes.
They use the technology of fear, the technology of greed, and the technology of need. But we will not rest, we will resist, and will every attempt to bring us down until Nigeria is free.
That's right.
Until green, white, green is free.
Yes.
The land of prosperity and peace.
Yes.
Until this is established.
Yes.
This is what we are going to continue to do.
Yes.
This is what we will stay on. And that is why tomorrow we will come here for what we call prayer protest.
That's right.
We'll do a prayer protest where Muslims will pray, Babalawos will pray, Christians will pray, because their fear is that the day they see us together, they begin to get afraid. The more we divide ourselves, the better for them. But now we are coming together under a united front. Yes. We have APC here, we have PDP here, we have Labour Party here, all demanding for what is right.
That's right.
This is what we will continue to do. So we challenge all the PDP people, all the obedience, everybody. You need to come here because this is not campaign. No, this is the bigger campaign, because without a country, we cannot have a political party.
That's right.
Without a country, we cannot have our religious differences.
Absolutely.
Without a country, we cannot have our tribes and our tongues. So we are asking for our country, and our country is on the Constitution of Nigeria, which was flagrantly flaunted by Professor Yakub Mahmood. And that is why on this we stand to say he must be arrested, sacked, prosecuted, and jailed.
Yes.
In Nigeria.
And that will lead to the cancellation of the 2023 general presidential election.
That's right.
And we're standing on the blood of all the people who have been killed, from Lagos to Rivers to Kaduna to all the places, on the account of this election. And we say no to vote buying, no to vote rigging, no to the looting, no to the stealing, no to everything that has gone wrong in Nigeria, no to lying Mohammed, no to all the things they've done. And that's why we will continue to report them to the UN, report them to developing nations, report them to the American embassy, to ensure that they never be given the opportunity to fly their children and themselves out of this country, because we will remain here together. And on top of this, we sing the second stanza of the national anthem, which is the emblem upon which we stand as a nation. O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and live in just and truth. Great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Hip, 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 hip. Hip, hip, hip.
So guys, you have heard it for yourself that the fight for a new Nigeria is not a small fight. It's not going to come that easy. I mean, the success will not be that easy. But when we are consistent and, we don't faint, I tell you, Nigeria is going to experience a rebirth. For we know that a new Nigeria is possible. So guys, a very big shout out to these our brothers and sisters who have been, protesting all this while, reminding the government that President Buhari, who promised us a credible election, didn't deliver. The Inec chairman, who always come out to tell us that this election is going to be an amazing one, did not deliver. Like Chimamanda in an interview said, Buhari and the Inec chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu, they missed their opportunities to have been celebrated as heroes. Buhari told the international community that he is committed to a free and fair election. I don't know if you have seen what is coming out from Rivers State. That results on the INEC portal does not correspond with what INEC announced during collation. And you know, on this basis, INEC declared a president-elect and told people to go to court. And we saw a repetition of that in the Adamawa election. So guys, that's the kind of country we have found ourselves. These politicians, they are ready to sell Nigeria and put the money in their pockets, provided it serves their purpose. They don't care about the ordinary man. They don't want this system to be changed. They want things to continue like this. How dare the INEC chairman announce a winner when he knows that some of these figures do not reflect with what, you know, they were having? They are the one uploading the ones on the IREF. They are the one that announced the ones that were announced during collation. Why are they not tallying? Why are they not reflecting? Why are they not the same? Why are they not the same? INEC chairman, why are they not the same? Why will you stand with our politicians whose children are abroad? Why will you stand with our politicians who don't care to use our medical centers? Why do you care about politicians who do not even mean well for the ordinary Nigerian? That is where we are today. So guys, you can see that the protest is continuing. It's not dying anytime soon. And I must say a big thank you to all these our brothers and sisters who have been protesting. May the Lord give you people more strength to do more for Nigeria. We all know that a new Nigeria is possible. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you.